Hello Pisces, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. Some of you may be in a current relationship. For others of you, perhaps you may be in a situationship. And for a small portion of you, you may have just met this person or you know this person, and there's a whole lot of energy, there's a whole lot of chemistry, but no one's really speaking up. This is what that person is feeling towards you. Now, depending on the intensity of the card, sometimes also this could be your feelings and emotions, because we do mirror the other person. Especially when there's love, that sort of energy tends to circle, and it also mirrors. My method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides, I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. All right, Pisces, we have here energy followed by laughter, wild woman, power, mothering, ecstasy, illusion, growth, cycles. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Pisces, the connection that I have with you is very strong. I feel the spiritual bond between you and I. It is quite different than any other bond that I've ever felt. This feeling makes me feel alive again. I'm thriving. It's as if all of my chakra centers are just coming to life. And everything feels real. Everything feels more intense, in fact. And yes, I feel somehow spiritually connected to you. Bound in a way. I also feel that you are that person who I needed. You are my best friend. I feel that you know what it is to make my heart happy. You know what makes me tick. You know what makes me laugh. And I want all of that from you, because I consider you my best friend. I do know, however, that all of the things that I have said and done in this connection, they have been less than worthy. I have been quite unworthy of your love. I have been guilty of trickster behavior, guilty of secrecy, and doing things so differently. Yes, I am guilty of that. I also feel that in this connection, there is this sense of wanting to make amends. I want to, but I don't know how. The problem is, when I find myself in this connection with you, I sense that all that has happened, there's a lack of truth. There's clearly a lack of truth that came from my side. And because of that, now there's a lack of faith and trust coming from your side. I was sneaky. I had this trickster behavior, and I tried to get away with a few things, but I was not so clever. You found out, and now you know about me in that way. I understand that all that has happened between us, it should have been truthful, but it wasn't. I said things, but I left out a few things. What you don't know won't hurt you, that's what I thought, but it seems like it did. Because I took things too far. I also feel that in this connection, you have this power over me. There's this overwhelming power where I feel you are so confident, a leader, but also very tempting. You can seduce without even trying. You are very tempting. There is a whole lot of seduction. I also feel that in this connection, there's this desire to be open and honest with you now. But you make me emotionally vulnerable and weak in the knees. And because of those feelings, I find it sometimes difficult to communicate with you. I also feel that in this situation that I'm in with you, I've learned so much. I see you as somebody who has unconditional love. You're just ready to give that. This love that exists, it is pure, it is sacred, it is true, and this is nurturing. You have this ability and this way of being this person who's nurturing, caring, protecting, loving. I also feel the sense of ecstasy. Not only do I feel that spiritual connection, but I also feel a strange spiritual bliss. My soul feels happy when I think about you, when I think about this connection. That is unheard of. I don't know why that's happening to me, but it is. And yet, all that is happening, do I express that to you? No, I do not. I do not tell you what it is that's in my heart and in my mind. I hide behind a veil. I hide behind a false mask, not letting you know what's on my mind. Not showing you all of my cards, but still trying to play the game from behind the scenes. I also feel that in this connection, I'm quite embarrassed from what I have done. There's been a sense of deceit, deception, suspicion. This negative feeling that I have, but also the things that I've put you through, it's become so embarrassing for me that I actually hide. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to confront it. I don't feel comfortable with it. And because of all this, I feel the most easiest thing for me to do is simply ignore it. Because if I ignore it, then it's out of sight, out of mind. Or is it? I don't know, because there's a part of me that starts thinking about you in this way. And then it does pain me. It hurts me. I don't feel good about it. But my issue is I don't even know how to reach out to you and talk to you about this. I have had this realization, though. In the time that we've had apart, I have realized that things started very fast. Things were all so sudden and very intense. Intimately, it was very intense. But it all happened so fast that I didn't get to learn who you were and who you are on the inside as a person. All I ever saw was the outside shell, that gorgeousness that you have. And that was it. That was more than enough for me. But now I realize that it's time for me to get to know you. It's time for me to know who you are on the inside and not just the outside as an object. I see this now because you are someone who makes an impression. Not only are you an alpha, but that side of you is very commanding. You're the leader. You're the go-getter. You're the one who's confident. That's how it seems to me. Overall, there is this obsession that I have now. I find it difficult to get rid of the thoughts that I have regarding what has happened. Yes, there's a part of me that wants this to be fixed, but there's also another part of me that just wants to get rid of this. I want to get over this. I want to move forward in that cycle. I want a new cycle to begin. I don't want to keep going to that. But I find it difficult to ignore that because of the things that I have done and said and the things that I have put you through. I don't know. Maybe things have changed now. Even though I want to make you my friend, there's a part of me that truly does want to grow with you, but I don't have a choice. I don't feel comfortable. And that is the reason why I still hide behind a false mask. And I keep my distance from you. This is why to you it may seem that I am emotionally detached from you and the situation. All right. So it does seem that your person of interest is hiding from you, and whatever happened in this connection happened very fast. It's like a roller coaster right in the beginning. And there are some relationships that do start like that very fast. You meet this person either through somebody or you meet them online. There's this instant connection, and you guys do have a spiritual connection. Because of that, it honestly just intensifies. And the problem is people don't take things slow because they literally can't. It's just so intense, the connection, that it spirals. It keeps going and going and going, and it just speeds up. It's like a snowball, right? Here we have the cycles card. The issue here is that your person of interest now is feeling that things were not right. The way things turned out are wrong, and it's honestly just on their mind. They don't like it, they don't want it to be like this, but they can't do anything about it either. So this is a situation where things are just a little stagnant. I don't see much movement in terms of the way they feel currently. Now, these are the current feelings and emotions that I just looked at. All right, there you are. The cards that I'm going to look at now, this is the Lover's Path Tarot, and these cards, I like to look and see into the past. So this is the past. The ones before, that's the current status. Now, what's interesting about these cards, it gives me a better understanding as to what your person of interest was thinking back then. They may not have told you what was on their mind, so there's a lack of closure. There's this feeling that things could have been better, but they were not. What happened? This is something that we can look into here. Now, also, this is for those of you that may not have received any sort of closure in this connection. This person may have ghosted you. You may have just felt that they abandoned you. And there's a lack of communication now. Maybe once a week they message you. Maybe once a month. Maybe they don't at all. So it's an explanation what was going on in their heart, in their mind. And this is huge because Pisces, you have two cards here that are extremely meaningful. And I think for some of you, things are finally going to make sense. Here we have illusion. And of course, this is a general love reading. It's not a personalized one. You guys know that. There's so many of you. So some of you may resonate with this, some of you may not. What I want to do is not just read the reverse. What I want to do is read the whole card, this one and this one, simply because that's how impactful these are. So hopefully this will provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. All right, with illusion, it talks about fantasies, intuition, emotion, and enchantment. In the beginning, this person was enchanted by love, for better or for worse. But then they started to get confused by illusions that may or may not be real. They started to have a lot of intense emotions. Here, they needed to know what was real. What was real? What do they mean by that? Is this love real? Is this love? What is this? Or is this just infatuation? Is this just a crush? Is this just a phase? This was the problem, Pisces. This was a question they were asking themselves, confused by illusions that may or may not be real, intense emotions, the need to know what's real. Delusion, deception, discomfort with emotions and or relationships. Why? Because of a lack of satisfaction. So clearly, this person was in this connection, and yet they felt that there was a lack of satisfaction because they were uncomfortable with their emotions when it came to this relationship. Now, there were intense emotions, but they were uncomfortable with it. What I'm seeing here is somebody who knows that they can fall in love, cross-watcher. You can fall in love, but you just don't want to. You're trying to keep that distance. You're not wanting to commit. Why? This is what got Pisces upset and sad and heartbroken. Because Pisces was expecting something and you did not deliver. For the majority of you, this is what I'm seeing. Because here your person of interest was feeling like, oh, they're delusional. This is all deception. Discomfort with my emotions and with this relationship. Why? Because I don't feel satisfied. Yeah, right. The fact that this person is confused, if this is real love or if it's not, just the fact that they even have that emotion to judge means that there is love. And they're just trying to deny it. So many of you probably know your person of interest very well. And you also knew with that hunch, I know this person loves me. They just don't say it. They just don't express it. And that's what I see here. Yes, they do have feelings for you, but they just didn't know if they're real or not. I see that they're real. They didn't know if it was or not. Here we also have transformation. Transformation. There you are. Traditionally, this card is the death card in the Rider-Waite. This talks about transformations. The need to allow something to die in order to create room for the new. Now, when we say die, that's just metaphorically speaking. The fear of loss from change. Creating life out of death. Stagnation. Resisting transformation, not wanting to change. The need to move in a new direction, but the inability to do so. Why? Rigidity. Being rigid. Person was not flexible. So here, your person of interest did not want to change their life, their lifestyle, everything about themselves. They didn't want to change this and have you in their life. Why? Because anything that would have come from that, there would have been change. And this person was fearing that there would be change. Why are they fearing it? Because they can't handle it. And for this reason, unfortunately, they felt that it's time to move into a new direction. Why? Because I just can't change. I am rigid. I have the inability to change. And therefore, there's a sense of stagnation. You must have felt that this thing is just going on and on. It's dragging. I'm seeing molasses now again. Molasses comes along. It's very slow. It is going, but it's extremely slow. It's a very slow process. any progress in this connection, it could have been faster. Okay. Now, when I say faster, it talks about relationships and emotions. That's the part that needed to actually be stronger, right? The physical part was not a problem. That was like all hands on deck. Everything was fine there. However, when it came to the emotions part of things, this is where things started to get a bit. I'm seeing the word like muddy water. Muddy water. It's not clear. They're not clear with what's happening. They don't know if this is the right thing, if it's the wrong thing, is this the right direction? I don't know. I'm afraid to go into the water because I can't see clearly. You know, this is kind of what this person felt. And with that sense of unsurety, right? They're unsure. It creates a problem because they can't actually move forward. And that's just what hesitates. It's a hesitation. That's why they hesitate moving forward. So it's not like I see this person as stubborn. I see this person as fearful. They were nervous because they were afraid of what would happen if they did change. Would they have to change their lifestyle? Would they have to move? Would they have to let go of their friends or their habits? There's something going on here where it was so intense that they could not let go of what they used to do or what they used to be in order to be in this connection. And then they judged and thought, is it even worth it? Am I even in love with this person? Do I love this person enough to change? Clearly, they did not. They may have loved you, but it doesn't show up here. But their justification was, if I am with Pisces, my life is going to change and I'm not ready for that change. That's what it comes down to. Let me know, Pisces. Does that resonate? All right. We have here the Beginner's Tarot. We have here the Ten of Pentacles, followed by the Queen of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups. After that, we have the Fool. And then we have the Three of Cups. Not bad. Pisces, these are not bad. They're really nice. The only thing I'm seeing here is there's a lot of expectations, but not a lot of commitment. And, they're not putting their best foot forward. I don't see that. There is this desire to do that, but it's not, it's almost as if you have to force this person to do this. They're not doing it on their own. That's the problem. Here we have 10 of Pentacles. So I do see here, the first card the strongest. And by the way, sorry for those of you who are new. This is the actions, intentions, and plans your person of interest may have. So any one of the three. What I see here, the intention, the dream for them is to have this 10 of Pentacles. To have a home, to have a family, to have security, materialistic pleasure. I'm seeing a word. Materialistic pleasure. They want to be comfortable with you materialistically. How do they view you here with the Queen of Cups? They think you are that type of person that has absolute love, just like the mothering card. Unconditional love, nurturing qualities. They feel this from you and they feel extremely safe and comfortable. They feel that everything that the both of you have gone through, you can go through much more. You can handle much more. Why? Because they feel you have enough love for them. Now, for some of you, yeah, that might be true. For others of you, you're like, I don't care about them anymore. Which also makes me wonder, then why are you hearing and watching this reading? I know why, because there's something there still. So yeah, they do think of you as somebody who is very nurturing, calming. I'm getting the word calming. Boost. You boost like their ego, their pride in a way, but in a good way. You make them feel good about themselves. Stubborn. I'm seeing the word stubborn. But not you, but they are stubborn. because they're very rigid, right? They're not moving. They're not budging. It's like they're set in their ways. Ego and pride. If you hear a whisper, guys, don't freak out, okay? That's me whispering. I hear it in my head. I see the names, and then I quickly whisper it to myself so I don't forget it. That's where you hear that whisper from. Okay, so don't be alarmed. Here we have the 9 of Cups. They've realized you are their wish come true. They want you. That's good. At least they made up their mind. This is love now. This is love. This is where we have that emotion that comes through, and realizing that nobody else is going to make it happen for me. This person is. This is my person, and they are wishing for you. If there's anybody on the planet that they want, it's you. That's a good sign. It's a lot of good emotion being invested. Right after that, we have the Fool card. Now, typically, this is a great card to have. Talks about taking that leap of faith and trying to be with you. You know, we're against the world. It's just you and I against the world. The problem with this card, however, is that it is a fool. This is somebody who may be immature or just simply inexperienced. And because of this, there's a lack of movement forward that would be promising. This is the type of person that would get into a relationship and it would end as soon as it had started. As fast as it started, it may just finish. Why? Because this person was not looking, right? They take action first and they think later. They're not strategic. They're not long-term like the Knight of Pentacles, for example. Long-term. So your person of interest here is kind of impulsive. They may be a little bit immature, their behavior. And because of that, it's kind of hard to know whether this person is now here for good or is this just a temporary thing. This is something that I'm seeing here as a problem. Yes, they do love you. Yes, they do appreciate you. Yes, they want to have a home with you. But is this a permanent thing? Right? Now remember, guys, people can be married for 10, 15 years. They can be living together for 30, 40 years. Not even married, right? However, people can separate. I've done readings for people 35 years married, 40 years married, and then boom, they're gone the next day. They're gone with somebody else. Unfortunately, some things just don't last forever, right? But you don't know till you try. And the issue here is, yes, this person wants to take a leap of faith. The one thing I would suggest to you is for you to be the one that leads this connection, and don't let this person lead because they do not know how to be a leader. You do. That alpha in you, that leader, right? The confident you. This is supposed to be you taking charge if you want something to come out of this connection that's a bit more reliable. We also have here the 3 of Cups. Your person of interest wants to have a reconciliation. They want to go out, have fun, partying. They want to go either with you or with a group of people. However, the good thing is they want you in their company. They want you to be there too. Overall, these are good. There's no negative intent that your person of interest has. They're not being clever here. They're just being themselves. And when they're themselves, this is the issue. It's a Fool card. All right? So don't think that this person has, they're out to get you. That's not what this is now. At least not now. In these cards, I don't see that. They do want you. It's just that their approach may not be the best mature and wise approach. And for that reason, you would have to be the one who's going to lead and perhaps guide this person. Very strange. I have no idea why I'm seeing cheerleader. I'm just seeing the word cheerleader with the pom-poms, I think, on the side. This could be somebody who, they feel that either you are their cheerleader, in the sense, not in a naughty way. They think that you are somebody who really lifts them up Oh, what's that song? Is his name Josh Grogan, or am I saying it incorrectly? You Lift Me Up. That song, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous song. This is this person thinking about you, and that way you have this way of lifting this person up. It's a beautiful thing. It's very nice. And these are true feelings. This is really nice. There's nothing here that's complicated. It just gets very simple. As time is going to go by, things are going to become more simplified. It's very good. Just be the one who's going to lead and take things slow. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. First card's the strongest we have here. There's something better. Followed by Don't Stop. After that, we have No Need to Worry. Then we have If You Believe. Then we have Trust. No. Be assertive. Okay, so you got a few cards extra that are coming out here. Let's just arrange these accordingly. Okay. Ouch. I just moved the camera. Okay. All right, let's do this. We have here a bunch of cards, and they have a variety of meanings because here you have a choice now. You can either be with this person, or you may just want to reconsider the situation that you're in. The overall arching theme we have here is improving health. So this does show me that in this connection, it has been so intense. And so I'm seeing heated arguments. I'm seeing that. There have been some heated arguments in this connection to the point where it's drained. And it's drained you. This is for you, Pisces. Right? Hasn't been making you feel very good. And some of you may have even fallen ill in some way. And it's not making you any healthier. So if that's the case, this is why you have the first card the strongest. There's something better. So there's something better for those of you that don't want to be in this connection with this person. That also means that there's someone better who's going to come into your life. Here we also have don't stop. Don't stop receiving and giving that love. Keep that positive energy flowing. Why? Because there is no need to worry anymore. Things are going to be better if you believe. And if you believe, that comes from trusting. The belief comes from trusting in the divine and the divine plan. It is important for you to finally be assertive. No, be assertive. You were not going to be assertive. Some of you are kind of walking on eggshells. You're kind of afraid. But how long is that going to last? You can't be in a relationship like that forever, guys. That doesn't work out right. You're just on the sidelines. You're just a shadow then. Okay? You need to be the main actor or actress. Both of you. You're not a shadow. So here, being assertive is important, and it does have an exclamation mark. So it does show me here that some of you have not really spoken up. There's a lack of courage for what you believe in. You believe in something, but you don't say it. And what they're saying here is to be open and frank and honest. Have that hard and difficult conversation with this person. That's what you have to do. Here we also have, yes, this is a spiritually based romantic connection. Now, because Pisces, I do past life readings, I can tell you, in this lifetime, even if you meet your soulmate, twin flame, karmic partner, even more, not all the time are you supposed to be, or not all the time are you destined to be together. Not all the time. Sometimes we're just here to support one another, to learn a lesson about love. Sometimes even to learn a lesson about betrayal. This is our soul that comes, and it has a contract, and it has already seen what it's supposed to be playing out in terms of this script that we are living. That is the way this goes. So whatever happens in this connection, do understand, as of right now, this person is a spiritually based partner. Somehow they are a connection with you spiritually. You could have had a past life, maybe you have a future life together. Either way, you may be together with this person and you might not be. So keep that in mind. It's not always that there's a happily ever after for everybody. Sometimes they just fade and they leave. Sometimes they stay in our lives. But whatever happens, because it is a very intense connection here, the card suggests to reconsider what it is that you are going to say and do in this connection. Eventually, your health is going to start to improve. And I do see that because you have this card as the first card, the strongest. This means the angels are quite concerned. What are they concerned about? The mind, body, spirit, and the soul. That makes all of you. So take care of all of that. Because if you don't, if one is out of balance, you're not going to feel good. Okay? This is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance. I do see here a little bit of struggle, but it comes down to if some of you want to make this work, it will work. If some of you feel that this is too draining, you won't allow it to work out. But something else is going to work out because there's something better. So both groups here, there's something better that's coming. Either the situation will improve or somebody brand new is going to come. Now, I just quickly wanted to mention for those of you who are new, regarding this particular card, this one, improving health, I do have on my website, www.asnointia.com, I have a package called the Chakra Checkup Package. So for those of you that may be feeling that there is a misalignment here between your mind, body, spirit, and your soul, I do have a package that I can help you with that. This is all, of course, metaphysics. It's all pseudoscience. But people have felt physically the results, right? And energetically. So have a look at that. Go through the description. If you feel that's something that you're interested in, you can place an order. Also, for some of you that may feel that there's negative energy holding you back, I also have some for that as well. That's the Holy Light package. There's also the Water Wellness package. That's very powerful, both of them together. We have here romance. Now, this is for those of you that are finding it difficult, just like this person, to let go. Where there's a sense of, sorry guys, where there's a sense of obsession. There's a difficulty, and there's a difficult situation in letting go. You can't let go. You can't move on. Why? What's happening? So this is something that some people do go through, and it's important to move forward. But sometimes it's hard to move forward because you can't let go. You can't stop thinking about this person. Morning, night, in your dreams. It's just too much. For that, I do have the past life package. Do have a look at that online. You can place an order. What's good about that package is that I go right back to the history of what all happened in your past life. Mostly it's past lives. On a rare occasion, it might be a future life. Now, that's basically you being in a different lifetime, not now, but like 500 years from now, for example, and you both are destined to be together. But in the spiritual realm, you actually know each other. That's how that works. So if some of you are interested in knowing, why do I feel this intense? Why can I not move on? It's damaging. And I see that here, improving health. Somebody's health has really been affected. So if you feel that that's the case and you want a little bit of closure and you want some explanations, that's the best one that I can give you. And that is the past life package. If it is out of stock, if you can't find that it's available, send me an email and I will get back to you, and I will put you on the waiting list. Also, for those of you who are new, I have another channel called Asnointia Audio. On Asnointia Audio, which is free, that is on YouTube, I have relationship advice related videos. I also have spiritual connections, that's past life, twin flame, soulmates, karmic partner sort of connection. I also have one video that I put up of negative energies. What and who are negative energies? How to recognize and remove. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys again. Thank you so much for your encouragement and your support. You all take care. Stay safe. Bye now.